What's up, guys? It's your girl Phoenix Novell, and thank you for tuning in to another Boss Bitch Tips episode. In this episode, we are going to discuss how to tell your partner that you don't like their smell or their taste.
No question, no lies, I'm a boss bitch. And I got I'ma grind till my heart quits. Is she hungry for the money? Is she's all in? Is she no slave? And she gonna win. Big bands to the side, ain't no losses. Stack bands, no ties, except for my kid. Only thing that's on her mind is to be rich. And she no slave, and she gonna win. No sleep, no sleep, no sleep. No sleep, no sleep, no sleep. Yeah, she hungry for the money, and she's all in. Cause she no sleep, and she go.
So I got I think it was an email message from one of my subscribers who basically asked me, how can I tell my partner that I really want to enjoy them, go down on them, but they have a bad smell. And this is what my channel is all about. It's about keeping it real. It's about, not being a douchebag, but being able to speak your truth and be honest, and be real about whatever the situation is, learning how to navigate through the world of dating and intimacy and, mental health and just everyday situations that we all find ourselves in. So thank you for reaching out and asking, because this is something that a lot of people deal with and don't always know how to communicate with their partner without coming across as douchebags or without, being thought of as disrespectful, but want to know how. And some of us probably don't really know how to handle it ourselves if we are the one, in fact, who might not smell or taste good to our partner. I mean, just let's keep it real, we need to help each other out, because this is stuff that hinders relationships from reaching their highest potential. It's holding things in and not really being as happy or content as we could be with a partner. And sometimes it's just a matter of what you say, of how you say something, not always what you say. So let's get into it. I like to be real, and some people don't like that about me. Some people think it's a little too harsh. Some people don't like blunt, honesty. And I've learned that I'm not going to change the fact that I'm real and honest, but I understand now that there's a way that you say things. There's a certain finesse in which you bring a person closer to you for your honesty versus push them away because you made them feel bad, even though your intentions might not have been to do so. So in a situation so delicate as this, I don't care if it's a male to a male to a female to a female, a male to I don't care who your partner is. I think it goes the same for all genders involved. You have to come from a place of sincerely making your partner feel like you're not trying to put them down. Okay? So this is a conversation that needs to be had when everything is going well. Not something that needs to come up when you guys are going through a fight or having some kind of argument or disagreement, or you read the room. Gauge. This is not a conversation that comes up as a jab, because it will never be received in the way that you want to receive it if you still want to actually be with this person and possibly help the relationship move forward and be more enjoyable to you both. So Number one, a private conversation when things are all good. All right, when things are good, things are smooth, it's a conversation that you want to have. It's like, babe, can I talk to you for a second? Bam, right then and there. You set the tone for concern, honesty, and also like you really do want to please your partner. Now, even if you're not necessarily trying to go down, on them, I feel like just for the sake of closeness and intimacy, you want your partner to smell good. You know what I'm saying? You want them to be hygienic in a way that makes you more attracted to them and vice versa. So even if you guys don't necessarily do that part or really, pleasure each other in that way, you can still have a conversation about their bodily odors or whatever. Because it is something that, should be thought about. It's something that should, and if you're intimate with this person, you shouldn't be afraid to talk about it and discuss it. All right. So number one, this is a conversation that you want to have when things are on the up and up and there's no, animosity or anything going on. It's also a conversation that you want to have between the two of you in the privacy of your own space and in a way that you come across very concerned. Because the more you come from a space of like, babe, I noticed X, or I noticed this. Do you notice it? Make sure that you have nothing on your face like you laughing or you think it's funny or you disgusted. Make sure that you're aware of how you're coming across, because immediately there's going to be a sense of embarrassment if they really don't know, or they've suspected it but they don't know. You just kind of put them on blast. And if they're in private, then they don't immediately get defensive, and try to protect their image with others. And if you don't have this look of judgment or like, disgust or laughter on your face, then they don't feel so embarrassed, by you and want to cry or something like that. So you have to be aware of how you are coming across. That's number one. All right. Privacy, concern, and when things are on the up and up. That's 3 in 1. Okay. The next thing is you want to express that you are asking because you are either curious about, trying something new in the relationship and indulging and taking it to that level and really being able to consume them whole. Make it about us and how this could develop our relationship a little bit deeper. Because if you're coming too much from a place of like concern and only concern, then it's going to be like, what do you think, you a doctor? Like, you don't know my body. You don't know what I'm going through. They come from a place of like, who do you think you are talking to me like you my pop or my mom? You know what I mean? So come from a place of, I enjoy pleasing you, or I want to, enjoy that part of the relationship if we could take it there. But I noticed this and I don't know. And, come from a place of, I enjoy this. So start with the pros and then go into how, you want to take it further. But I noticed there was a little bit of a, odor or a spunkiness, whatever you want to say. However, whatever you're experiencing, that it's a little off. Make that the last thing you say, right? So start with all the positives. I enjoy this and I enjoy that and da-da-da. But I really like doing this, but da-da-da, right? So make it about how much you enjoy them, and then, oh, by the way, okay? And number 3 is going to be focusing on ways that you think you guys can both improve the situation. So if you can make it at this point not just about them, what they need to do to fix it, kind of like make it a us thing, right? So for example, say for instance, I heard that lemons are really good, like as a body deodorant kind of thing. And that's true. I've heard that putting lemons in your smoothie or adding lemons to your lemon juice to your diet, not lemonade, but lemon juice to your diet will help cleanse out the body. How about we start making smoothies? How about I start making us smoothies a few times a week, and we'll see if that can help. Because I kind of want to go on a cleanse myself. Like, this is a conversation there is no way that you're going to get around the issue completely. Okay? So again, if you being intimate with somebody who you can't talk to them about STDs or hygiene, then you shouldn't be having sex with them. That's my personal opinion. Like, you should not be sleeping with somebody who you can't have a conversation with about STDs, getting STD checks, as well as, however their hygiene is and how they smell and how many partners they've been with. If you can't have those kind of conversations, then there's no way that relationship is as close as it should be for y'all to be interchanging bodily fluids, okay? Period, point blank. So this is going to be a conversation that's delicate. And the more delicate your partner is, them, the more you have to kind of be careful, because it can make them very, very, very uncomfortable. But if they're more so like, hey, let me know if I ever smell, if you ever let me know, then you can talk to them. But either way, be careful, because you don't want to hurt their feelings and then have them close up, and then you guys are not, it defeats the whole purpose. Okay, so this final one is about you not leaving them out there on a limb by themselves. Like, you need to get that together. Because it comes across as so condescending. And yeah, most of the time, if you can smell me, I can smell me. But there are some people who they don't know some people don't know what they have control over and what they don't. And sometimes it's a trial and error. For me, for a long time, I didn't know that my heavy, irregular menstrual cycle and the pains and the cramping and all that had a lot to do with my diet. I had no clue. So I suffered horribly through my teenage years with cramping and such uncomfortable periods. And I met this girl by the time I actually went to college, who told me that I need to stop eating meat altogether. I could eat some salmon. She was like, you can eat your salmon, but you have to incorporate berries and fruits and melons and, vegetables into your diet and make that your primary staples. And once I did, I lied to you not, I never had a cramp again from periods. My periods was never as heavy. I stopped drinking cow's milk. I stopped eating so much chicken and beef and pork and all of that stuff, and so much candy and junk. And I started having salads, and I started eating salmon and baking it, and oh my God, smoothies. My goodness. And I lied to you not. There was no smell. And this is a real channel. There was no smell when I went to the bathroom. So it was just like, what? Like, it was for real. When I ate, completely controlled what was coming out of me. And it was so nice to know, because at first it was just like, what am I supposed to do? That's just how my body is, my hormones. But you can regulate your hormones by doing natural things. You don't just have to be on prescription medicines and that. You can change your diet, and it can change your body. So again, I would focus on dietary changes. Drink more water and less sugary juices, and eat more, like have a fast day once a week, cleanse the body, allow it to rest, get checked out, and then learn what your vitamin levels are, nutrient balances, and understand what's going on with your body and your hormones, and understand what your deficiencies are and stuff like that, and get to know your body, and run some trial and error tests, because the more you do, the more you know, okay, this is what happens when I eat this. This is what happens when I don't eat this. This is what happens when I, right after my cycle, or if it's a guy, this is what happens when I go to the gym a lot. This is what happens when I take all those weight gainer shakes or whatever. Just pay attention to your body. Listen to your body more. And again, you can't help who you're interested in intimately, but I just feel like when you're in a solid, committed relationship, and you have a pretty steady, intimate partner, then these kind of conversations would only bring you guys closer together. You should want the best for your partner. You should want them to be healthy and vice versa. And so when I say make it about us, because when we good, we have better intimacy and better connection. Don't leave them out there on a limb, because if you do, then they'll probably be so embarrassed that they don't want to talk to you or see you again. So how can we make this better? Let's start working out together. If it's just a matter of, them not really caring much about themselves or taking good care of themselves. Build up their self-esteem in a way in which they want to take more pride in their appearance, and their weight and their looks. And if you do it with them, then it makes them feel even more valuable. So again, don't embarrass them and make this a whole group situation kind of intervention thing. Make sure you come across as genuinely concerned about whatever it is that's going wrong, and encourage them or suggest ways that we as a team can better the situation. How about I make us some smoothies? How about we fast a couple days a week? How about we take showers together, or we take a bath together before we do XYZ? How about we go and get our STD panel? Whatever, just figure out a way in which they feel like it's not just you throwing them under the bus like, you stink, or you don't taste good, because it just makes them get defensive, and that's not good for nobody. So hopefully this helped you guys. And once again, thank you for tuning in to another Boss Bitch Tips episode. If you have any questions and topics, make sure you email me at asktheboss@gmail.com. ASKTHEBAWSC@gmail.com. So until next time, peace out, guys.